Hi, this is Warlow from Business Loan Services and welcome to my Friday Business Finance Bulletin, my weekly roundup of news, tips, ideas and strategies on raising finance and dealing with banks. So as you can see, I'm on location again this week, been helping a business owner put in some final touches to their business plan, and we'll be going out to banks looking to raise money to help support growth, which is great news. So what's been in the news this week? Well, I guess the biggest news item has been the annual UK budget, the time when the Chancellor stands up and shares his plans for the UK economy going forward. All good news, and especially if you're a business owner, who may be looking to buy plant, machinery or capital items. Because the Chancellor has generously increased the capital allowance up until the end of 2015. So if you are looking to buy large pieces of kit, now's the time to sit down with your accountant and plan that out to make sure you take advantage of that increase in the capital allowance. The other thing the Chancellor did is to help savers. Now, up until now, savers have been able to get tax-free interest by saving via an ISA. The Chancellor's realised that perhaps it's a little bit boring and there are people out there who want to do a little bit more exciting stuff with their savings. And they've also recognised the growth in the crowdfunding and peer-to-peer sector. So what they decided to do is to now allow people who want to save through ISAs to put their ISAs into crowdfunding and peer-to-peer lending. So it means that if you want to on-lend money to business owners, you can now do that through your tax-free ISA wrapping, and that will help the crowdfunding sector as well, because it means now that there's a whole new slug of money coming through that they couldn't access before. So that's great for savers who want tax-free interest. It's also good for borrowers because there's more money coming into the market, and it's great for the crowdfunding platform as well because they now have a new source of money to tap into, and that's great news. Now, another little thing that came out of the budget, and still trying to find a bit more information on, is that the government have said that they want to ensure that banks now signpost business owners to other sources of finance if the bank has said no. They want to make sure that if a business owner walks out of the door with a decline from a bank, that the bank points them in the right direction of other sources of finance. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops and how they're going to force banks to do this. But I think it's a great idea. Now, I mentioned in the video last week that me and my team had spent some time with a group of managers from one of the high street banks. But we've done that again this week. We've visited two teams of corporate managers, again telling them about what we do, but also about the funding market generally out there, and it's particularly on the alternative sources of finance. That's been a really interesting session on both sides, and so the desire's there. They want to get money, but as we've said before, you've got to get it right. And as I said last week, one message that came out was the importance of financial information. Now, this issue of financial information came home to me again this week as I spotted some news from the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, the ACCA, part of their Global Forum. And one of the issues they're looking at was access to finance for SMEs. And in there, they said they want to see business owners having a better grip on their numbers, having an improved financial literacy. And the way they put it is that they want business owners to put business plans first and get external help and support in putting all their plans and numbers together. Well, I'm obviously going to be a great fan of that. And as I said previously, you've got to know what your balance sheet and your P&L tells you. So go out there, find whatever sources you can to try and improve your financial literacy. So what's my tip for you this week? Well, it's really on the back of conversation I had with a business owner earlier in the week about security. And as we know, banks don't want to lend unsecured. They need to have a get me out of jail card if things go wrong. Now, if you're a limited company, one of the items of security they will insist on is a director's guarantee, a director's personal guarantee. Now, how that works is, well, if the limited company fails and it can't pay, well, the bank can then turn to you as the director and pursue you for that debt. Now, because it changes the nature of the director's role, they're very personally liable for that specific debt with the bank. Many directors are a bit wary of providing a guarantee. Well, the tip is, you're going to have to be very, very lucky to get away with not providing a guarantee. From the bank's point of view, it's a real indicator as to how committed you are to the bank. Now, if you're running a company that's been going for 30 or 40 years and it's a big corporate size, hey, you'll get away with it. But for the market that we operate, the small, medium-sized enterprise market, it's a given. banks are going to want directors' guarantees. So whilst you can try and negotiate that one away, the chances are extremely slim. Just accept it as a given. You're going to have to be personally committed and personally liable for that debt. By all means, have a good look at the small print, see what you're signing, and take professional advice on it. But at the end of the day, if you want your money, you're going to have to show that you are fully committed to the bank and to the business for the extent of the amount that you want to borrow. So that's my video for you this week. I hope you found it useful. As ever, if you do find it useful, please like it and share it on social media and just get the message around that you can take control of access to finance when you know what to do. So thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to being again with you next Friday afternoon, and have a great and profitable week. Thanks very much.